strategies to land your dream job, even if you're not qualified. Getting a job in our time today is kind of a hard mission, especially when we're talking about your dream job. You may find a job that can give you all your needs in life, but it's kind of a hard mission to pursue something you really love. Well, at least for some. Of course, when you work in something you love, it's so much different from doing something just so you can get a job. In this video, we're going to show you some of the smartest strategies to land the job you've always wanted to have. Let's get started with number 1. Know what you want. Nothing is wrong with the fact that you don't know what you want. In reality, that understanding is crucial, partly when it comes to making choices. If you don't know what you don't want, you might accept a job that you don't like, eat a meal that leaves you nauseous, or even marry the wrong person. Clarity on what you want, on the other hand, keeps you going towards it, and it prevents you from making choices that you might regret later. Thinking about what you want when you don't have it yet can leave you feeling depressed or angry. You've got a lot of clarity about what you don't want. Now, you need a stronger sense of knowing about what you do want, and some focus and energy placed on that desire. If you don't have a target in mind, setting your course to get there would be terribly hard. It's important to know what your aim is before you start combing job lists or working on your resume. This is particularly true if your dream career professionally is a bit of a stretch. So basically, if you don't know what you want, it's difficult and even impossible to have creativity in your life. So set your goals and don't be afraid to throw yourself wherever your heart and mind take you. Number 2, know your professional value. The business world today consists of smart, hardworking individuals who have great ideas, and when it comes to determining your own worth within a company, this can be very daunting. How much do you have to charge for your services? In any good negotiation, one of the most basic rules is the ability to fully consider your own worth and self-worth. It will give you an important advantage to know exactly what talents and abilities you bring to the table every day, as well as how useful this is compared to someone doing a similar job. When it comes to the annual evaluation and future rises, this is particularly true. So, long story short, if you know your professional value and you know you are capable of doing great things, and the other part doesn't actually see that, then trust me, there are plenty of other places that would kill for you. So don't focus on one place only, just spread your wings and give yourself a shot. Number 3, prepare your story. You know what most hiring managers love the most? A good "why should I hire you" story. The point is, try to be honest about what you have and what you want. Your resume is the snapshot of your skills and professional experience, but your work doesn't end there. Storytelling in the context of your career creates significant personal benefits. For the storyteller, the process of sharing a story helps to reinforce a sense of identity and encourages personal growth, according to physiologists. Let's say, for example, I tell a story about the times I have overcome challenges in my career. The research shows that I am therefore more likely to see myself as a resilient person, able to deal with future change and challenge. When done effectively, sharing personal stories improves rapport, trust, and empathy between people, creating strong foundations for effective work relationships. Real or imagined accounts of events that describe experiences are personal stories. For some people, stories are focused on experiences that they have lived themselves. But if it is done in your own tone of voice and imbued with your own sense, retelling other stories can also be effective. Some people feel that they don't have meaningful stories to tell, that people want to hear about great achievements like scaling Kilimanjaro or overcoming personal adversity. Number 4, build a strong network. First of all, what is a network? Networking isn't merely the exchange of information with others, and it's certainly not about begging for favors. Networking is about establishing and nurturing long-term, mutually beneficial relationships with the people you meet. Whether you're waiting to order your morning coffee, participating in an intramural sports league, or attending a work conference, experts agree that the most connected people are often the most successful. When you invest in your relationships, professional and personal, it can pay you back in dividends throughout the course of your career. Networking will help you develop and improve your skill set, stay on top of the latest trends in your industry, keep a pulse on the job market, meet prospective mentors, partners, and clients, and gain access to the necessary resources that will foster your career development. Career development, in its simplest terms, is the lifelong evolution of your career. It's influenced by a number of things that include the jobs you hold, the experiences you gain in and out of the office, the success you achieve at each stage of your career, the formal and informal education and training you receive, and the feedback you're provided with along the way. Ideally, organizations would place more emphasis on employee development in the workplace. Number 5, do your research. In order to impress the potential employer, the candidate needs to make an extensive research about the organization. Instead of reading through a Google research on the latest news page, find out details which can be beneficial to you. The company profile, annual reports, About Us section, research and achievements should be glanced through. The quick review and knowledge present the employer that you have an interest in the organization. The employer's website is a great place where you can see the company itself. The company's values are named in the mission statement, and hence it is compulsory to learn through it. Also, make an association with your position and the mission statement of the company. Your background and experience should also be considered with an assist in the company's goals. Make your mission statement as a discussion rather than parroting it in the interview. By this way, it is important to research about company before an interview. Number 6, dress for success. Interviewing for a job is stressful enough without having to worry about your clothing and appearance. All interviews are formal situations. A clean and neat professional appearance is an important step in making a good first impression. You want the interviewer to focus on you and your skills, not your clothes. Dress as you want to be seen, professional, successful, and then the kind of person the company wants to represent it. When you feel good about the way you look, you naturally convey confidence and positive attitude. These nonverbal messages are as important in the interview as the verbal skills you use in selling yourself. While there are no absolute rules, a good tip is to dress as you would if you were working at the company. Before you interview, visit the company to see how people in positions similar to the one you applied for are dressed. That way, you can show up for the interview dressed as if you already belong there. Number 7, outsmart the resume robot. These days, there's a good chance that the first reader of your resume application package isn't even human. The smartest thing you can do here is know exactly what the business is looking for, and to help you do that, you have to have the job description right in front of you. Make sure that your resume and cover letter hit the keywords, especially those related to experience, education, and skills that jump out of the job description. This is where it is useful to carefully proofread your resume. You want to make sure that your keywords of high importance are pronounced and written correctly, and they fit the way that they are described in the job description. You don't want to lie, but if you want to make your qualifications somewhat creative, hitting as many of the key points as possible from the job description will get you through the first round and one step closer to an interview where you can impress them with the abilities that you have.